Guys, welcome to this new challenge for career mode with Denmark FC. As you can see here, we are signing Thomas Berg, which is a coach from a Danish club in the Superliga. And of course, we are going right back into this career mode, which is Denmark FC. It's like basically just signing Danish players, of course, like Højlund and others type of players, but just specifically from this country. This is a recommendation I had from one of the subscribers. So of course, this is going to be a huge challenge because we're not only being able to compete in the Superliga in the Danish league, but also in the Champions League. So hopefully I'm going to be playing this career mode until we are able to win some trophies and of course the Champions League. We shall see how it goes with the first season and of course the signings we made. Let's go. Our very first signing being a legend of the game, a player who performed incredible in the win in the Champions League at Chelsea and now in Barcelona, a legend in the Denmark t-shirt as a Danish player. Here we go, Andreas Christensen back to Denmark FC. A great signing, one of the first we're going to be doing. Of course, we're going to be bringing everyone from Denmark and just creating the squad that is worth for it to compete in all competitions. Let's go. Just the beginning. The young prodigy, one of the greatest players right now from Denmark, a player who was promised to be the prince at Man United at the Red Devils. Here we go, Rasmus Højlund joins the club as a number 9, a player who will be able to take Denmark FC towards the future. Just the beginning of the signings, an incredible player, an incredible overall, and will allow us to have an incredible attack. The first one of the biggest legends in the entire history of Denmark, an incredible player who reached the final of the Champions League with Tottenham and who was able to drive them in the Euros, Christian Eriksen. Welcome to Denmark. A player FC who had incredible potential, once was crowned as the next big thing. Here we go, Dolberg joining Denmark FC. Now for the signing for a goalkeeper, we are signing the Chelsea player who has not been a starter in the last couple of seasons. And Jorgensen, an incredible goalkeeper, young, which can drive us to succeed in the Super League. Let's go, the first one for the goalkeepers, and I feel like he will be the starter. Okay guys, after making all of this type of signings, I'm going to be showing you the actual signings we actually developed. Of course, every single one should be from Denmark, which we are signing. These two, I didn't want to do them because they weren't good enough, but these are the proper signings we actually did develop. First of all, we have Andreas Christensen, allowing for us to have a great, as a center back. I might put it like from here, okay. Then we have Jorgensen, Hermansen, a great addition. Maele, a legend. Alexander Ba. Then we have Christensen, Andersen, Nelson, Christiansen, Persen. This was a failed one, but yes, still players, incredible players, which can allow us to have great additions to the midfielder. This one was a failed one, but also Christian Eriksen, the legend, O'Reilly, Jensen, and some incredible players like Rasmus Højlund, Dolberg, or Poulsen. Great, an overall squad, incredible squad, which we were able to sign all Denmark players. And from this on, I'm only going to be signing the Denmark players. So even if we advance through the next season, which I'm gonna, because right now we are not in the Champions League, so of course I'm going to be making other types of signings, but they're all going to be Denmark players. First, having this squad for the first season, of course having the tactics of 4-1-2-1-2, an incredible squad. Many of them are young, some of them are not, but yeah, I feel like it's a good start to be able to comply with the first season and try to compete in the Super League, as well as competing in other types of fronts and other types of competitions. We shall see if we are able to win it and if we are actually able to qualify to the Champions League for next season. Well, let's simulate it. Let's see how it does. Okay, so I was able to simulate the entire season. Right now we are checking the table. As you can see here, we have a regular season and then a playoff, so I would imagine it's kind of similar to the MLS. But first, let's check if we actually won the league. We are first in the league, our very first season, and we are able to finish with 49 points. Then we passed through the playoffs, in which we actually were first I think yeah, we basically won the entire thing. If I'm not mistaken, we don't have any more games, so that means we are actually champions of the Superliga of Denmark. Nice. And if we check, just to check out the different type of stats, if some players was the top goal scorer, apparently not. Højlund was, kind of a joint top goal scorer, but sure. Then let's check out the current stats and how they actually performed in the squad hub. If we check the stats, let's see. Højlund scored 19 goals, 3 assists, not bad. Wind, oh, I did not expect him to be a starter. He was a starter upwards of Poulsen and Dolberg. Crazy. Dude, this guy killed it as a defensive midfielder. Amazing. O'Reilly doing a really good performance. Dreyer doing okay. Jensen doing okay, and of course other ones. Even Contreras. This guy, I did not even have him. I think he's a regen, but I'm sure. The rest are from Denmark with a good performance. If we check the assist, Wind is the top assister. I would imagine Eriksson would have been, but apparently not. Okay, nice. But then if we check the actual squad and how they are doing, as you can see here, most of them improved a lot in their squad, as Jorgensen, Christensen, Ba, Højlund, O'Reilly. Dude, it grew a lot. Honestly, this Denmark has a lot of potential. I'm really happy with the squad. Even this guy's like outperforming Jorgensen. Crazy. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna be, because we are first in the league, I'm gonna be playing the second season to see if we qualify for the Champions League. Here we go, the club of Denmark FC celebrating winning the Superliga, which is an incredible achievement. Just the first season. This also is just checking the cup. We didn't win it. We ended up being beaten in the quarterfinals. But I mean, it's fine. Yeah, we just weren't able to perform. And as you can see here, the Champions League won Atletico Madrid. With this, let's go to the second. The very first signing in the second season is Emil Højbjerg. I'm butchering his name for sure, but he's a legend for Tottenham Hotspurs, a great central defensive midfielder, just an overall great player. I feel like this type of signings we're gonna be doing more low-key to like help the depth squad. We shall see how it goes. Again, another central midfielder, but a great one to add to our addition for the squad. Damsgaard joins the squad for the second season. Okay, guys, after the second season, this would be the entirety of the signing. It's mostly for adding for squad depth, players like Højbjerg, Damsgaard, and of course other ones. It's mostly for squad depth in my opinion, because I want every single player in the squad to be from Denmark. Then if we check the squad, of course we have a lot of rotation in terms of the bench players, but also in the reservations. Eriksson just has fallen off instead of other players like Jensen or of course O'Reilly. With this, we're going to be simulating the season. Let's see how we do in the first season of the Champions League. Okay, after simulating the second season, let's see how we actually did. First and foremost, I'm going to be checking the different types of competitions. We ended up being the regular season we ended up being unbeaten. Crazy, unbeaten, not a single loss in the entirety of the season. Then for the playoffs, we actually won it as well, just dominating all the front ends from the Denmark. Then we go the cup, we also won it. It's our third trophy so far within the career mode. Then in the Champions League, let's see how we actually did. First, going directly into the league, we ended up being 15th in the league. Okay, it's not bad comparing that it's our very first season in the Champions League, just behind Spurs and a bit ahead of PSG, winning 4 different games. Then in the playoffs, we ended up facing Stuttgart. We passed through, okay, round of 16. We ended up losing against Monaco, bro. That should have been a dub. Winning against Monaco, that should have been a dub. Let's see how they did. Monaco actually passed and ended up losing. Monaco, okay, ended up losing in the final. Crazy. Great performance by Monaco and a great performance by us, honestly. Hopefully we can do better in the next season. But first and foremost, I want to see who was the top goal scorer within the stats, and it ended up being none other than Rasmus Højlund. But again, not scoring many goals, in my opinion. Just 16. It's crazy. It's not that much. Let's see the goals. 28 goals, 5 assists. Okay, not by numbers. Wind dominating. Wind is just doing amazing numbers, scoring 25 goals and 14 assists. O'Reilly, amazing as a midfielder. Yeah, even having some players like Andersen, Hulmland, then an assist, 14, 7, and 6. Okay, nice. Incredible stats, really good performance. I feel like it's a huge improvement towards the first season. Now winning two different types of trophies and having two players which are higher rated than 85, 3 actually, and actually improving the squad quite a bit. Hopefully we can find some better gems for the next season and win more trophies. Hopefully the Champions League, but we'll see. Let's go for the third season. So after digging and trying to find good free agents, as you can see here, Christensen actually left, so I had to sign him back. But for the rest, they are core new signings. I tried to find some that were free agent or a replacement for Maeler, but I just couldn't find one. These were the best type of players I could sign. Still, I feel like I signed a lot of youngsters which can develop for the future, but still it wasn't easy. And as you can see here, just Joaquin Maele just doesn't want to go back. Like, he's not for sale. He doesn't want to go back. So we are fitting within this formation, this new squad. I feel like it's still a good squad, and we have a lot of potential with Christensen to be able to improve. So yeah, with this, I think we're gonna go directly into the next season. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so apparently for the third season, Maele just wanted to go away, apparently, because he didn't want to renew with our contract. I tried multiple times, but he just wanted to leave. He's back in Benfica, so we need to find a replacement for him, and of course find a way to find new types of signings. Okay, after simulating the third season, yeah, I think we're done. So basically, let's see how we actually performed in all competitions. First and foremost, in the regular season, we were able to win it again, the Superliga, another trophy for our cabinet. I think it's the fourth one in 3 seasons. Then if we check the playoffs, we actually won unbeaten, not a single loss in the 10 matches. Great result for us. Okay, nice. Then if we check the cup, we actually didn't win it. We ended up being beaten by Copenhagen. Not incredible. For the Superliga playoffs, I don't know what it's relegation, I think. Then let's check the Champions League, because we were actually performing with it. We performed much better. Being fourth in the Champions League is an insane clutch moment, beating the likes of Milan and Liverpool. Because of it, I think we were qualified. I changed to the next one, sorry. We qualified directly to the round of 16, and we ended up being beaten by Olympic Marseille, bro. How are we losing against these teams? We're not even losing against a top tier team. We need to be more consistent. And yeah, of course, Marseille ended up beaten by Manchester City, and the final is Madrid PSG. Okay, I think we need to perform a bit better, honestly. I don't know how we are not performing better. We need to be doing better stats. Then if we check the actual goals, Wind was the dominator this season, scoring 27 and 16. Crazy result. Højlund doing okay, O'Reilly doing pretty good. I need to replace the central attacking midfielder, bro. Like, this Palace is just not enough, honestly. And if we check the assist, Wind was of course the top one. O'Reilly's, Cobolson doing alright. Still, I need to find some replacement for them, but pretty good. And if we check how they are actually doing in terms of their levels, as you can see here, yeah, damn, Højlund being 87, we have an 88 rated. Our defense is pretty good, but Christiansen barely got an upgrade, honestly. If I can sign the other right back, it would be insanely good, honestly. Hopefully I can do it. And then, yeah, of course, having an 86 rated goalkeeper, insane. And of course, Jorgensen, an incredible bench. With this, yeah, I really love that. I feel like we're improving a lot. We just need to get a really good cam and maybe a better center midfielder, but we shall see if Denmark has one. With this, let's go for the fourth season. Let's go. The player of the season for the third season, it's gonna be probably, I would give it to Wind. Yes, of course it's Wind, a legend of the game, a player who scored more than 20 goals, more than 15 assists, a legend for the Denmark Superliga. Hopefully he can remain with us and continue winning trophies. Okay, after some digging for the fourth season, I tried to find replacements. I tried to find ways where we could make some changes, but honestly I couldn't find many. I just found these two different ones which allow us to have a bit more rotation and to be able to to buy a couple of players which can replace some other ones, because for example here we have some outgoings, which is going to be Sigurdsson, or for example another player who's going to be retiring at the end of the season is Poulsen, as well as Eriksen, who has just decreased massively in his level. So yeah, I mean, we can't really do that many changes, and so far there haven't been many regions. So yeah, we're gonna stick out with this one, and we're gonna be simulating the season. The fourth season, let's see if we're able to win some trophies and still qualify for the Champions League. Let's go. Okay, so after simulating the season, let's see how we actually performed. First and foremost, let's check with the current league. As you can see here, in the regular season, we were able to top the group with only 3 losses, dominating the rest of the different teams, and we ended up being unbeaten for the playoffs, which is an incredible thing. Another type of trophy. Still, every single season we have won first, which is a great thing to see, and we also win the cup. Okay, really good result, 2-0. For this season, nice. And then if we check the Champions League, which I'm gonna be also be checking out, in the league we actually did not perform that well. 21st. We did horrible in comparison to last season. Last season we did amazing. Okay, so that means, from what I understand, we are in the playoffs. We ended up passing through Club Brugge, which makes sense. Then for round of 16, we ended up losing to Liverpool. Damn. Liverpool eliminating us, and Liverpool then losing in the quarterfinals immediately, and of course Real Madrid are winning it. Okay, not really a great result. And we can also check the stats, which Win was also the top goal scorer again, having incredible numbers. I'm quite worried about like people just getting older, you know, because there will come a time where they are just not improving. Top goal scorer, of course, is Rasmus Højlund, with Win Skov doing alright numbers. Yeah, kind of read pretty well, honestly. I'm happy with him because having him as a cam has improved a lot, but I will consider changing it, maybe another one. Let's see, assist 16 for O'Reilly and Wind, amazing, doing incredible things, and of course improving the squad a little bit. Hopefully we can be able to maintain it and keep the growth going, because honestly we have a great team. If we are able to get like a good cam or a good center mid here, I feel like we can become one of the best and compete for the Champions League. But it's not going to be an easy task. I'm going to see if I am able to do it. And yeah, let's go for the 5th season. Let's go. Also, before finishing the season, something to mention is that Yusuf Poulsen as well as Christian Eriksen are retiring for the season. So we're going to be checking if we can see the regions, but yeah, basically they're finishing the season. With this, let's go to the next one. Okay guys, after scouting a bit, I only was able to find these 3 different prospects. Knudsen, which is 75, 20 years old. This one, which I think is the region of Eriksen, I'm not sure though. And this one, which it's a pretty good replacement for Poulsen. And of course, our squad basically barely changes. It's basically the same type of squad. Only on the bench we change a bit, but it's quite similar, honestly. Like, I don't feel like it changes that much, but I think the main problem is being able to find Denmark players, you know? It's really hard. So for this, I'm gonna also try the academy. I'm gonna try to bump it up, try to find new types of prodigies, and hopefully we are able to do so. With this, let's simulate the season and see how it goes. Course, player of the season, a player who is performing. Oh, Fabio Cannavaro presenting the award. Of course, it's Win, the player who has always performed day in and day out. He deserves it. He's the best player in the Superliga, and of course, going directly into the Champions League with the player of the season. Crazy. Hey guys, after simulating this season, let's see how we actually performed. First, let's check the different types of leagues. Of course, going directly into the league, we ended up winning the regular season, of course, which is a requirement for us. Then for the playoffs, we also won unbeaten, of course, having an incredible performance. Then in the cup, we didn't win it. We actually got eliminated pretty early on. Okay, in the Super League, I don't know how this works, but sure. Then let's check the Champions League. The Champions League, see how well we did. We ended up being 14, which is a pretty good result in my opinion. I think we were in the playoffs. We passed through Fenerbahce. Okay, nice. Round of 16, we passed through Bayern. Okay, 4-2, not bad. Then we passed through. Frankfurt, Eintracht Frankfurt, 2-0, 4-3 in total. Let's check out the semifinals. We ended up beating Manchester City on penalties, 6-5. Insane result. We are directly in the final of the Champions League. Crazy, crazy result, crazy performance. Now we have everything to play for the final. I also want to check out the player stats. Of course, Win being the top goal scorer, the top three being actually our top goal scorers. Let's check how they actually did in terms of performance. Checking out the stats, Win with 20, 28 and 7 goals. Win has been the star of this challenge, honestly, much more than Højlund with 23 and 8 assists. Still a pretty good performance. Lindstrom doing all right. O'Reilly with 92. I mean, he's got the level to be a Ballon d'Or winner for sure, but because he's a midfielder, it's going to be harder. Then in the assist, of course, some incredible performances with Højlund, Wind, O'Reilly, and of course many others. And if we check the final current standings of the levels, of course, having many that are higher than 85, many that are higher rated than 90 is insane. Honestly, this is a squad to win the Champions League, so I hope we can perform. Let's go. Let's see how we do. Okay, we are in the final for the Champions League against Inter. This is an interesting, very difficult match. We shall see how it goes. Okay, an incredible performance with now resulting in the final of the Champions League for everything to play for. Let's go. Incredible performance. I'm so happy to be here in the final of the Champions League finally. I feel like we need to prove why Denmark FC deserves to be in the final and why we need to perform day in and day out. Of course, Inter is not an easy team, so we can't take them for granted, because if I lose this game, I'm playing another season. This is life or death, you know? If I end up winning this game, for sure this is going to be the last season. Let's see how we do. Okay, good opportunity here for Inter. Inter moving the ball. Inter or Lombardia, how you prefer to call it. Here we go, great movement, but Bas stopping it, nice. Here the tiki-taka working wonders. Okay, let's see how we do. Great movement. There we go. Lindstrom moving it forward. Lindstrom. Come on. Shoot. Oh, come on. That could have been. Oh, passes it back, and it's a clutch moment. I mean, I just had to make a sweaty goal, but what a goal, bro. The result, the matchup, the drive, and just, of course, the star of this matchup being Wind. The performance of a lifetime, and still performing even in the final of the Champions League. We can't take them for granted. We are going all in. We're gonna win this for sure. There we go, another steal. There we go, another steal. Here we go. Ah, great shooting, but not going in. Højlund trying with another opportunity. 16 go, another opportunity. He still has the ball. Still has the ball. Could be a great. Okay, 90th rated. Almost the game ending. How many minutes? 1. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna put everything in the defensive, huh? Oh, the game is... It's over! It's over, finally! There we go, Denmark FC are champions in the Champions League. After I think 5 or 6 seasons, I just lost count. But we are champions in the Champions League. Finally winning our very first European trophy. Of course, being victorious in the Superliga and dominating in all fronts of the world. Incredible performance, incredible movement, a huge challenge, honestly one of the most challenging tournaments I've ever played. This team is filled with stars, with a lot of people with potential, but it's not easy. It's not easy to be able to comply only from one country and find the best possible resources with them. Crazy. Great result, great performance. I don't know who's captain though. We shall see. I wish Eriksen was back. But it's Hulman. I don't know if I'm pronouncing him right, but yeah, the legend who's 90th rated central defensive midfielder, raising the cup for Denmark FC. Incredible performance and incredible movement, and just being champions in the Champions League. Insane, honestly. One of the best challenges I've done, an insane result, and just doing amazing things, winning the Champions League, the league, and yeah, just missing out on the cup, but it is what it is. And yeah, I'm gonna be ending the episode here. Of course, this was because of a recommendation from a subscriber. Shout out to him. And yeah, Of course, I'm going to be leaving the episodes here, so if you have any other suggestions for challenges we can do for the next one, let me know in the comments, and of course, I'll see you guys later. Peace.